What's up, fam? Derek in the house, aka D33 Rec and Fit. Alright, you guys, so in this video, I just finished the intermediate workout A. Intermediate workout A. Just so you guys know, I'm not recording the workout B for beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I may do it later, but those are just ab exercises. I want to focus on the big strength training main ones, just the main ones. So I want you guys to notice, even though I say it's intermediate, this can actually also be for beginners. It depends on how well you're able to move, how well you're able to execute the exercise. And what you're going to notice is that the beginner levels were all machines. The intermediate is a transition to mostly free weights. Okay? And you're also going to notice that, like I said, progression. It's a progression. So in the beginner workouts, you're going to notice I use a machine squat. And in the intermediate workouts, which is this video, you're going to notice I have body weight squats, right? That's a progression from machine squats, okay? So all the exercises that you have seen in the beginner workout is the first level, and then you want to progress to the exercises shown in the intermediate level, and that's what you guys are getting today. So just a little background: free weights are a lot better than machines because free weights, you control the range of motion, right? It's not a fixed motion. So that's the benefit. You control the range of motion. It's not a fixed motion. You use a lot of muscles at once. Okay, compared to machines, machines only use one body part at a time. So also, because it's free weights, you are burning more calories than machines, okay? The only hard part is that you are at a higher risk for injury. You have to be able to control the movements. But other than that, it's a harder exercise. That's why it's intermediate. That's why I have it labeled as intermediate. Okay, guys, so again, beginner, intermediate, advanced. This is the immediate workout. I hope you guys like it. I'm going to have a voiceover this time because the first video that I put up, although I love the raw tutorial where I'm talking live, I got flagged on YouTube because of the background music, so I have to do a voiceover, which kind of sucks. Hopefully I can explain it well. Hopefully you guys like it. So other than that, please give me a like, thumbs up, comment below, subscribe, share it with anyone that could use this. And I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help, and enjoy the video. Alright, so in this video, I am sharing many different options to do one exercise, and you have to choose which one you can do with the best form. Alright, so the first exercise here is a box squat, and with the box squat you're pretty much using a bench here, but you want to fully sit down. And as you notice, I'm bending at the hips first, keeping my feet planted on the floor and my chest up. At the end, I'm squeezing my glutes. Okay, the next one is a box squat as well, but this time you're advancing to just tapping the seat and coming right back up as fast as you can. Tapping the seat and coming right back up. So this one is just getting used to knowing how low you should go. And the lowest that you should go is always having your hips and your thighs just hit the parallel, slightly below parallel point. Alright, so now we're going to try it without the box. And as you notice, without the bench. And as you notice, my squat is hitting slightly below parallel, and I'm pretty much hitting the box still without actually hitting the box. Okay? So that's the next level of the squat, where you just do body weight. So if all you can do is body weight at the moment, just stick with that. Okay, the final version of the squat is you use a dumbbell. Holding the dumbbell at the chest is kind of like a front squat because the weight is loaded in the front. But you're going to hold it at your chest here, and that makes it a goblet squat. But you're also, really focusing on core strength here to balance the weight. So it makes it a lot more challenging, okay? And again, all the sets are 3 sets of 10. Next up is the push-up. And again, in the beginner workout, the chest exercise was a machine chest press. In the intermediate workout, the next level, as you see, the machine there almost flew all the way down, taking me with it. But anyways, you want to find a height that you can do a push-up on, and like I showed in this video, is you want to make sure that your elbows are tucked down in a shape of an arrow. So if you missed it, rewind it a little bit, you're going to see that I demonstrate in the shape of an arrow. That's where you want your hands. Okay, so the Smith machine is a great option because you can keep lowering the height, and the lower you go, the harder it gets. And the goal of this is to eventually be able to do a push-up on the floor. But you have to build up that strength with a higher height first. And if you notice, my whole body is lined up, so my butt is not sagging or my butt is not up in the air. I'm going down in a straight line. The midline of my chest is hitting the bar here, as you can see. My elbows are tucked in. My core is engaged and it's tight. Okay, once that gets easy for 3 sets of 10, lower the height again. And you guys are going to see me. I'm going to take this Smith machine to the lowest height possible. Some gyms may not have this extremely low height. So eventually, you're going to have to kind of look around the gym to see where you can do a push-up, or anywhere, a push-up this low. So this right here is pretty much closely identical to a floor push-up, but it's not fully there yet. So it's slightly easier on the push-up because there's an incline. So the next one here, same exercise, but now we're doing the full floor push-ups. So no knee push-ups, guys. The knee push-up makes this exercise a whole lot easier, and I get that. But if you're a beginner, instead of doing knee push-ups, use the Smith machine and work your way down to being able to do regular push-ups. As you guys see here, I'm in a nice straight line. My butt's not sagging or up in the air. Okay, if push-ups are still too hard for you, feel free to do a flat dumbbell bench press. As you guys see here, I'm rolling my shoulder blades back, keeping my back tight, and I'm treating it as if my back is a shovel. You want to dig your back down hard on the bench here. That way your shoulders and you just stay tight overall. Now my elbows are tucked in, slightly tucked in, again in the shape of an arrow. And as you guys notice, I'm slowly controlling the way down, and then I go quick on the way up. You don't have to connect the dumbbells together like you see some people doing. There's no positive, there's no real benefit to doing that. And so throughout this whole video, I'm just showing you guys many different options. Same movement, different exercise name, but it's the same thing. Alright, so now we're going to move on to pull-ups. If you have never been able to do a pull-up, try the pull-up assist machine. Okay, the more weight you add on the pull-up assist machine, the more weight is going to help you up. So try it out. Put a pretty heavy weight on there, and it's going to bounce you right up. It's going to help you to be able to do pull-ups. So with the pull-up, you want to make sure, again, your elbows are slightly tucked in, not all the way tucked in, but you don't want to flare your elbows out as well. As you come up, and it's not showing in this video, but as you come up, you want to bring your chest up to the bar. So you're coming up in an angle. You want to imagine that your chest is hitting the bar as you come up, and then as you go down, you're going back to that straight vertical look, right? So straight vertical on the way down, bring your chest up on the way up as you hit the bar. You're going to kind of see that there. My chest is flaring up there, which is what you want, but you still want to keep your glutes and your stomach tight as possible. Okay, if the pull-up is too hard, to do, or it can be a little bit intimidating. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I've worked with all kinds of people. Sometimes that pull-up assist machine scares people. So what I like to do is the lat pull-down machine. As you notice, I had my hands straight up over my head, and then I slightly moved my hands out. So that's where you want to hold the pull-down machine, is just have your elbows slightly above, out of shoulder width. And then I also demonstrated a little shrug motion. Is you want to shrug your shoulders down. That's going to recruit. That's going to recruit your back. And that's how you properly execute this lat pull down machine. Again, as you notice, as I'm moving up, my body turns straight, and then as I lean back, my chest is up, and it's like hitting the upper chest. The bar hits the upper chest, and that's what you want. Alright, the next back movement is the seated dumbbell row. Again, for the beginner exercise, we did the machine row, okay? But on this one, you want to keep your chest up, you're standing nice and tall, keep your shoulders back, right? And then, again, you want to do a little shrug motion back, and then pull leading with the elbows. If you want to, you can slightly lean forward, but as you lean forward, still keep that chest up, still keep your shoulder blades back. Okay, so I showed again here, you know, I showed that you don't want your back rounded, and the way you do that again is just keep your shoulders back, keep your chest up. And as you notice, I slightly lean forward as I pull in, and as I execute the movement, I lean back. Okay. That's a seated cable row. Another alternative is the one arm row. Again, this is a progression exercise from the machine. You can choose either the cable or the one arm row. The one arm row is a little bit harder compared to the seated cable row because you're only using one side at a time. But it's great because it allows you to find any deficiencies. Deficiencies, is that the right word? Well, it just caters to see if asymmetrical. If you're asymmetrical. Anyways, with the one arm row, chest up, your back is straight, right? And you're doing that shrug motion, and then lead with the elbows. Pretend there's a pencil behind your back, the midline of your back, and you're squeezing that. All right, the next exercise here is the deadlift, and we're doing the kettlebell version. Okay, with the deadlift, you know, it's very important. Feet shoulder width apart, just outside of the kettlebell. Bend your knees slightly, but your knees don't move. That's the main thing with this exercise. Your knees do not move. It's all in the hips. You're pretty much pretending there's like a target that you need to hit with your butt, pretty much, right? And as you go down, you want to make sure that your chest is up, shoulders are back, and that way your back stays straight. The deadlift can be a very hard move to execute. So what I like to do for my clients that I notice that helps them is to put the back of their knees against a bench. This is gonna just remind you that, hey, I'm not supposed to be moving my knees at all, and it's all in the hips. So if your knees come off the bench, that means you're turning the movement into a squat, and you're most likely just not doing this movement correctly at all. So I'm using a dumbbell now, but it's essentially the same thing. Again, you know, this really does help you to execute this move properly. So again, you're sticking the butt out. As you stick the butt out, you're keeping your chest up, dragging the dumbbell next to your knees. Alright, I believe this is the last movement. It is the dumbbell squat. Again, for the beginner level, we did machine squat. Did I say squat? I'm sorry. Dumbbell shoulder press. The beginner was a machine shoulder press. Alright, so with a dumbbell shoulder press, again, very important, keep your elbows slightly tucked in. Come all the way up, and you want to lock up at the top. You don't ever want to hyperextend where your elbows are like fully locked, but I don't know how to explain it, but there's a gap, there's a shoulder, from your shoulder to your neck, you want to squeeze that gap there, if that makes sense. And you're coming up in a Y motion. So your elbows, your wrists are essentially outside of your elbows when you come up, and that would create a Y motion. Hopefully it shows it in this video. If not, try to picture it as you come up, you create a Y motion. that Y motion fully isolates your shoulders, and it just with it isolating your shoulders, you're not using much of your triceps. When you just go straight up and down, it uses a lot of triceps. Here it is, you can see that I'm doing it in a Y motion. You know, my wrists are outside of my elbows at the top. Okay, slow and control the movement, no need to rush. You do not need heavy weights to do shoulders. It's a small little muscle. So just slowly execute this movement and then keep your back against the pad. But that is it, guys. Hope you guys liked it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with anyone that needs it. And I hope this helps. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video.